After this recording, I believe Jump Festa has been and gone. So we got some news about Super Dragon Ball Heroes. So that's where I'm beginning when it comes to like the coverage of Jump Festa 2020. I will be posting a separate video about all the anime that got announced for 2020. Some of them predictable than others, but like I said, I was going to make this one video separate because there's so much I want to talk about here. So if you're not aware, Super Dragon Ball Heroes, it was revealed that a new arc got promoted. Now I have to admit, when I saw this on Twitter initially, I thought, okay, this has to be fan made, this has to be fake, even after the trailer dropped for the game. When the trailer dropped and we was actually going to get this in the game, I think it's taking place in the arcade game in Japan. My initial thoughts was, this is a really early April Fool's joke. But then I thought about it, and after the episode 18 of Super Dragon Ball Heroes, and given the date of this arc that's going to be premiering, it actually makes sense because the third arc in Super Dragon Ball Heroes, the promotional anime, is believed to begin 2020 in March. See, the title of this arc is Big Bad Mission, which I like this title for two different reasons. One, when it comes to like Super Dragon Ball Heroes, they usually identify each arc or each event with universe mission, but here they change things, and it looks like the text is pretty much the same. Also, the Big Bang is so symbolic, it means the beginning of everything. Episode 18 was not the finale to the Universal Conflict Dawn of War arc with Hearts and Gogeta, which I thought that was going to be the case. After that, I thought, oh, maybe there's something to this after all. I initially thought it was a joke. When I saw the visual, it could have been so much easier to give my thoughts there and then, but you probably would have seen me bounce through the roof on camera. I am not making this up because my face was pretty much like this when I saw the visual. When I saw the players in this visual, wow. Okay, so I'm hooked instantly. Nothing's been set in stone, but given what we had with episode 18, it does hold a little bit more weight now. I don't know if episode 19 is going to be the finale to the arc, but if that is, episode 19 is going to wrap up between Gogeta and Hearts, then it makes sense of what next arc will take place in March, because I assume that episode 19 is going to take place either by the end of January or at the very least February. And then after that, we get the next arc. So that makes sense. Nothing's been set in stone, but since this is really the most noteworthy bit of news when it comes to Dragon Ball, I think it's worth mentioning. We actually get this arc in the promotional anime, then it's not even the 25th of December, and my Christmas is pretty much complete at this point. If you look at this visual, there's a lot of things that strike out. The title alone is epic. But Big Band Mission begins March 2020, and if you look at the players that are involved in this arc, first off, so you have Q in the front there. You have Goku and Vegeta. Both versions, by the way. You have the Time Patrol, and you have the Capsule Corp versions, Goku and Vegeta. You have the Gods of Destruction, every one of them. So that's like, what's going to happen with that? It's going to be pretty cool where they get involved with this. And you also have, like I said, you have the Time Patrol. You have Zeno Trunks, Time Patrol Trunks with the long hair. I don't see the Dragon Ball Super version of Trunks in this visual, which is fine because Trunks, for the most part, that version has been irrelevant. Then you have, obviously, Time Patrol Vegeta. Then you have Time Patrol Goku, and what sucks is I don't see Gohan or Goten, but I do see Pan in her new design, so that's pretty cool. First off is Bojack, which I'm wondering why he's there. And most importantly, my bae Toa is actually in this visual too. And then you have Toki Toki, which is a staple of Dragon Ball Xenoverse. Whoever been following the game, you know how important Toki Toki is. I'm wondering if the Supreme Kai of Time going to make an appearance. So I saw this visual, and then we got more insight. So what this represents is going to be like a mashup between Dragon Ball Super characters and the characters that take place within the Demon Realm arc side of things. So, but I'm not seeing any of the Demon Gods besides Toa. So that's going to be interesting to see what happens there. And like I said, the Big Bang Mission title of this arc is very, very symbolic, and I'll go over why that is. So, like I said, I'm curious what role these characters are going to play. I have to say, the first thing that strikes out, though, is like Vegeta's outfit in his Capsule Corp. Because if you notice, this is traditional, like, armor. But if you notice, the color of it is blue. So I like that change in design. That's one thing I've praised about Dragon Ball Super Dragon Ball Heroes. Whether you agree with the power scaling or the fan service or not, one thing they do is like they have characters that previously got established, but they know how to make them. They know how to freshen things up. They know how to make it fresh. Like even Few, even though he typical outfit, he still has like what looks to be like a jacket of some sort or a jumper. So that's pretty cool, and which makes me wonder if there's actually going to if there may be a promotional anime in the first place, because there was 2 trailers that dropped. I will leave a link to both those trailers in the description box. The trailers was actually released a couple of days ago though, which involves the gameplay of this arc that really stands out other than Ultra Instinct Goku. The other trailer that really sticks out to me the most is like the 10th anniversary trailer with each of the trailers we got on for Super Dragon Ball Heroes, the small promotional clips we've been getting for the past 10 years. It started in 2010 and now here we are almost in 2020. So I like that, and I also think that's another reason why we may get this third arc in the promotional anime, because we're entering the 10th anniversary, so it makes sense. It made a homage to each of the previous universe missions. So I like it. It's its own separate thing though. After the homage to the universe trailers, the aftermath we get, no trailer has been released in anime capacity, but if this takes place in the promotional anime, this could very well be what happens. That's what sticks out to me the most. So we go to the Demon Realm and we see Toa clearly sending off Few as a baby. Few gets sent off the Demon Realm, and the moment I saw that, it immediately reminds me of what happened on Vegeta, Planet Vegeta, and Bardock and Gin sent Goku off to Earth. It was destroyed by Frieza. So that's the vibes I instantly got. What this trailer does is 2 amazing things. One, it sets the possibility of something taking place after the Dark Empire arc stuff takes place, and I'm pretty sure this is also going to be adapted into the manga to a separate spin-off. It gives us a side of Toa that we've never seen before. Like, I didn't expect. Would you expect from the Demon Realm to like care? It looks like she actually legitimately cares for Few, which, I mean, it goes to show you what kind of a mother she is, despite being from the Demon Realm. So I like that. What felt like a expression of reluctance to let Few go. Like I said, the vibes are so much similar to what happened with Goku, with Gin and Bardock. So, and it does this. Like I said, the symbolism it makes sense because number one, the title of the arc is Big Bang, which pretty much starts everything in the universe. And technically speaking, these events take place. It looks like it takes place after the Dark Empire stuff, or before the battle begins in the Dark Empire, because after Few gets sent off by Toa, Super Saiyan God Zeno Trunks appears, and maybe something to like the crossover between Dragon Ball Super and the Time Patrol, which is cool because we know that version of Trunks goes Super Saiyan God. He unlocks Super Saiyan God in that arc, and Toa and Trunks clash to end the trailer. So I like that. But like I said, it's the Big Bang that starts everything, because we know Few exists in this timeline, and we know Few grows up, and we see him in this visual. Clearly a staple in this arc, and he's still around. Like I said before in previous reviews, so many loose ends left in Super Dragon Ball Heroes. So the more I think about it, like I said, the symbolism is crazy. It may be just a coincidence, but the fact that Trunks is the one that encountered Toa, and it looks like that something bad's going to happen to the Demon Realm, which is why Few was sent off. But if you think about it, Few was the one that captured Trunks, at least the DBS version of Trunks, and which started the Prison Planet arc in the first place when this promotional anime began. It's pretty much the event that started everything. So that symbolism of the Big Bang, it started everything. So I like that. Like I said, there's so many loose ends in Super Dragon Ball Heroes. Like, you have Few out there. He's obviously got a connection with Hearts, so that would make sense if we get to see him next after this arc is wrapped up. We also have members of the core area warriors still alive. Lagos and Kumba was defeated by Metal Gold and Cooler, even though Cooler is still out there too. So like I said, there's so many different loose ends that can get tied up or get involved down the road. It looks like we are getting the next arc, and given the schedule of what we have with episode 18 and now episode 19 possibly wrapping up this Universal Conflict Dawn of War arc, there may be something to it. Let me just say this. If this goes down in a promotional anime, I don't care if it's 6 or 8 minutes long. I'm there. Sign me up. I'm hooked. So we may end up getting some further details, but the visuals that stand out. We could get the Demon Gods also involved in this arc, which would be great. great exposures to those who don't really read the Super Dragon Ball Heroes manga or don't really know this content. So that'd be cool for them getting exposure. Plus, some people may know of Toa from Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, etc., etc. But this will get more exposures to what she really is and what she's all about. Like I said, that shot of Toa and View speaks volumes. Like we haven't seen that side from Toa before. What else they're going to involve in this arc? This may not be the only plays we get because I don't think we're going to get each of the gods involved in this arc. We may get a cameo of each of them.
I will say there's so much potential with this arc. I'm not going to take things at face value just because of this visual. We may get other characters included as well. Like I said, if it's a mashup between the Demon Realm or the Demon Gods and the characters from Dragon Ball Super, then I expect to see the rest of the members of the Dark Empire, the Time Breakers, much like Deborah, Mira. And by the way, I'm shocked that we didn't see Mira in that scene with Toa because biologically, Fu is the son of Toa and Mira, so it wouldn't make sense why Mira was there unless he was already destroyed. But we clearly see Mira in the latest Universe Mission trailer. Like I said, you have so many characters you could use down the line. You have Android 21, who's also part of the game, who is getting crossover with Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 now. So I don't see why that's an issue of crossing her over at some point. Like I said, there's so much potential here. At the end of the day, regardless of this is a promotional anime or not, it's still animation. And the fact that after all this time, 10 years, and we're finally getting content of possibly the Demon Realm, and more importantly, we're actually getting Toa in the anime. That could be great of introducing something new to unfamiliar eyes. So I can't wait to see what happens there. If in fact this does take place in March.
So the fact you have Bojack there is pretty cool. Because he was a part of the Super Dragon Ball Heroes manga in the Prison Planet arc. He fought against Trunks, but we never got to see him in the promotional anime. But then he got killed by Cooler because Trunks he sucks in that version, pretty much. That sticks out is obviously the Time Patrol and the shot of Toki Toki. Don't know what that means if we're going to get the Supreme Time in this promotional anime. Like I said, if this takes place and whether it's a promotional anime or not, it's still anime, and I'm glad that Toa's getting that spotlight. Finally, we may get an arc about the Demon Realm, which is all I've ever wanted. So, like I said, my Christmas is pretty much completed. This is what goes down in March 2020. But let me know what you guys think down below. Obviously, there's no news on Dragon Ball Super returning in the anime. So, it could mean that maybe the Toei are going to focus on Super Dragon Ball Heroes for now. And while Super's just in production, and they're going to announce it at a later date. That's really fuzzy to me as well. Either way, I love the visual. It looks great. Few, and most importantly, Toa are going to make their appearance. Bojack and the Time Patrol, the Gods of Destruction, every one of them, and design. Toki Toki's there, and Pan's there too. So let me know what you guys think down below. I wasn't too sure what to make of this visual until I got the logistics of the episode. Episode 19 could be the finale, which may also explain why the animation was okay but subpar in this episode compared to what we should have gotten. But then this may explain the reason why. We may get Natoshi Ishida animate in that episode 19 after all. And who knows if 19 is going to be the final episode anyway. Like I said, a lot of uncertainty about this, but I'm still hyped either way. As you know, I'm hyped by this. So finally, we could get Toa in anime capacity for the first time, regardless if it's promotional or not. And it takes place in March, which is also because it falls around my birthday. So March could be a bigger month. We have not only Power Warriors 4 that gets released, but now we also have this to look forward to. Let me know what you guys think down below. That's going to do it for today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Like this video if you did. Subscribe to our channel for Super Dragon Ball Heroes. Catch you guys later. Thanks, guys. Bye.